Another look at Nvidia shares off the after-hour session highs, now up by almost 4%. About 30 minutes into the conference call, Susquehanna senior analyst Chris Rolland is here to give his reaction to the results. Chris, great to have you with us. And I'm just reading through some of the comments that are coming across right now, specifically about the China market, which, of course, is a big part of Nvidia's quarter here. The CFO saying the company is still evaluating limited options to serve the Chinese market, and losing access to the Chinese market would have material adverse impact on Nvidia's business. How should we view, if the export controls remain in place, how should we view the China market and what it will be to Nvidia in a couple of years?
Yeah, so I think the big revelation about Q2 is that they were planning on shipping 8 billion, probably almost twice as much as we were anticipating they would actually ship into China in the second quarter. So this was turning out to be a very large blockbuster product for them. It is unclear at this point exactly how they're going to sidestep the restrictions and exactly how powerful and how valuable this will be to Chinese customers. So it is a TBD.
So how do you put that TBD in your model? I mean, you could put TBD in there, but it won't calculate anything. So how do you view that? I mean, once the chips are throttled to a certain extent, they're just not competitive anymore. I mean, the market really diminishes pretty quickly from there. So how do you view that? And how do you view Nvidia's presence in the Chinese market in even 2 years, given that they've lost so much market share in just 4 years without even the strictest of the export controls that we're seeing now?
Yeah, Melissa, you got all the moving parts right. In terms of my model, it's not going in it until there's some sort of clarification here. And interestingly, Jensen on the call called out Trump's restrictions here and controls and saying they are counterproductive. So it was interesting to see him actually vocalize his objections.
Chris, it's Karen. Thanks for being on. Do you think that was theatrics? He's playing just to the president?
I think he is angry. And I also do believe he thinks it's counterproductive. And he's worried that other platforms like Huawei, for example, are going to capture that market in the race for AI. So I do believe he's angry and probably with justification.
Chris, at the top of the show, we pointed out the margins actually hung in there pretty well, surprisingly so, at least for me. But what are the thoughts? Back end of the year, they promised a reacceleration. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think if they're on track this quarter, they're probably going to be on track for the rest of the year. And I do think they can get to that mid-75 that they've talked about.
In your model, Chris, dollar for dollar, can the Chinese revenue be replaced by sovereign AI revenue from the rest of the world, from the deals out of Saudi, from the increases or assumed increases in CapEx by the hyperscalers?
Yeah, I think in the second quarter guide, that was better than we were expecting, and that was minus 8 billion of potential Chinese revenue. So that backfill is absolutely happening right now with Blackwell.
Hey, Chris, when you look at AI, it seems like everything, the best case scenario is priced in with Nvidia. What makes the bears right? How does that story 90% of the analysts that cover Nvidia are bullish. There's only one analyst that's negative on the name. How does this story come apart, if it can come apart?
Yeah, sentiment is high, but so is execution. And in terms of valuation, if you look at it on almost any metric in terms of profitability, it's not actually that extended. Those are our points there. If you were to paint a bear case for this, it would probably be hyperscale development of their own ASICs. And we're seeing that with guys like Marvell and Broadcom, guys like Microsoft, Amazon Trainium, Google TPU. These things are coming, and these are going to be million XPU clusters by the time we're done here.